見よ、これが全ての邪悪竜の頂点に立つ俺様の真の姿。
Oh, right. Wow, man. Here we go. This is what everyone has been dying for. LR Omega. Oh my god. So I think that LR Omega, unfortunately, is going to be a very, really good character that people are just going to massively downplay. One issue is that Omega on a full GT bosses team is going to be, I think, a very powerful tank. Look at, dude, his HP and his defense are insane. The most important thing is HP, by the way. Keep in mind, with attack and defensive stats for units, they can pretty much do whatever they want in the passives and super attack effects to make attacks and defense whatever. But HP is huge these days. That's why we are seeing a lot of these major LRs, you know, are in like the top 5 most HP on LRs and stuff like that. Omega, I mean, I think Omega is probably somewhere within the top 20 range with that HP, or top 15, something like that, I think. I think that there are a few characters above him, but Omega should be a chef. Now, one of the major issues with Omega, we could just start by talking about this, is that he gets 5% damage reduction and an additional 1 key per GT Bosses category ally in the team. Now, obviously, GT Bosses is one of the weaker teams in the game. They have given it numerous new characters over the last month, but a lot of them, I would say, are probably just, like, solid and not necessarily really good enough, but we'll see. So, alright, let's back out right here. Now, one of the biggest things with Omega is that Omega changes int key spheres to rainbow for the first 7 turns. And Omega gets, what is it per rainbow orb? Okay, so per rainbow orb, Omega gets 7% damage reduction obtained. So I think if we click on the right over there, we'll be able to get 4 rainbow orbs on that right side. Bam, yeah, we could do that. So boom. Right away, we get 4 rainbow orbs for Omega. Now, before we do anything, let's take a look. What is his defense? So he's at 399k. And he gets 5% damage reduction per GT bosses. So that's what, 35% damage reduction? And then he's also getting, what, 28% damage reduction? So that's the level that he's at currently, which is really high, with 400k defense. He does also debuff the enemy, 25% attack and defense. If the enemy is capable of that, that's going to be incredibly powerful. Let's see, so Omega gets 30% defense on his 12 key, gets 50% defense on his 18 key. We have nearly everything activated with Tech Sin. Now, Tech Sin, we need to get a lot of orbs. This is kind of important. So let's see. How many orbs can we get? 6, 7, 8 right there. Perfect. Okay. So we got the 8 orbs for Sin. What is Sin's defense right here? Let me just take a look at this. He's getting a lot, I believe, when he supers. Okay, because I'm going to be very curious how good Omega can be, like, if Tech Sin is actually going to be an effective character in slot 2. That would matter quite a bit. All right. Let's go ahead and let this go through right here. Let's see what damage Omega does. Now, Omega has an intro. He has an active skill. He has a revive. He does have several animations. 6.2 right there. I mean, that's certainly not the craziest. So, Omega gets 20% attack per attack performed, up to a max of 150%. So, he has to do an awful lot of attacks before he's kind of like completely built up, right? I mean, that damage is definitely not super impressive. Well, I mean, let me change what I'm saying. The damage by LR Omega, it's not that it's not impressive, it's that it flat out fucking sucks, right? Like from a Carnival day 1 Carnival LR, like a 6 million attack set like that, like that's nothing. That's a baby free-to-play character is going to do that level of damage, basically. So, I mean, that's definitely not great. Now, and by the way, I did decide, yes, we did bring these losers with us. Ice and Nova Shenron, the King Cucks right here. Alright, I mean, we could do, I guess we'll just, yeah, we'll leave Ice and Nova there with Omega. So we want to get Omega as many Rainbow Orbs as possible. That's just generally the main focus. Yeah, that's pretty good. We get 3 right there. This is also why Ice and Nova suck ass, too, is because they create orbs that they need, but their orbs are gonna, you know, already be used up by the time you get to them because you're not running Ice and Nova in slot 1. I hate that character so much. Ice and Nova Shenron, they're abysmal. That's where it's like, you know, if like Ice and Nova Shenron were actually like, you know, really good. If like the tech baby character that came out with Super Saiyan 4 Goku was a lot better, you know, that stuff would then matter. Now, damn, okay, so Omega, he could really benefit from having additionals. Hidden Potential System additionals, I think, could really improve this guy's damage quite a bit, because you'd be building up much faster. But at the same time, I mean, Omega's biggest value is going to be defensively. So it is tough, because it's like, I feel like this is a character where I'm going to want to give him... okay, so let's... Man, we can get all 7 activated. So let's just put Tech Sin in slot 1 real quick. And then LR Omega in slot 2. And if we check, we have all 7 activated for him right here. With a lot of support and a lot of good stuff here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because if we take damage, we can get Omega's revive. Now, Omega's damage was abysmally bad. But if we revive, he can be... Yeah, that's fine right there. Just give him the 5 at the top. That was perfect. That was perfect. Let's prioritize LR Omega right here. So we want to get him as many Rainbow Orbs as possible. That looks good right there. Boom. So he... Basically, at all times on this team, if we're running GT bosses, LR Omega, I mean, he's virtually untouchable. Like, these... Even the biggest bosses are probably not going to be touching this guy at all. But the problem is that he's surrounded by a bunch of bums. Man, like, you know, it's like Tech Sin, I think after, you know, he gets a couple of super attacks in, his defense could be acceptable, right? Like, Tech Baby could be acceptable. Next week, LR Easy Grid 8 Baby 2 comes out. You know, his defense, like, it's just a bunch of, like, yeah, they can be acceptable, sort of. But it's like, you basically, to run GT bosses effectively, we need to be predicting where the bosses are super attacking, like, virtually every turn. Because it's like, if we're running this, the LR Shadow Dragon Army character right here, I mean, they're great with the support and stuff they give, but, I mean, they're a 2021 character, right? Like, do we expect them to be great in Red Zone? The answer is hell no. I'm used to seeing this animation so much from the Red Zone Omega fight. Alright, let's see what happens. Does this Shenron super us? He does. Okay, this actually could be pretty good. We can maybe get our revive right here. Yeah, okay. Okay, boom, here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, maybe we could... Oh, no, dude, they created all these orbs. Okay, hold on, let me think for a second. Okay, so, real quick. Omega. If your HP is below 50%, and anyone on the turn dies, I mean, if we click the little wheel right there, I mean, we could easily see, yeah. So you could easily see the revive symbol right there. If anyone dies, we will revive with Omega. This is where Omega gets quite a significant buff. Because if you revive, Omega then becomes super effective against all types, and he gets a guaranteed additional super for the rest of the fight, right? Which is where he starts to become a lot more impressive. I do think his design is not really that great, though, because it's like, he needs the additional from his revive to build up, but, like, the revive, it's not free, right? It's, I don't know, it's a little weird. Let's put Omega in slot 1 right here. I would love to go for this, but if we give all these tech orbs to Ice and Nova, they'll heal up, which we don't want to do right now. We actually want to take damage. So yeah, just grab whatever amount of orbs. It doesn't matter. And let's just avoid same type orbs, no matter what. We just do not want to get same type orbs as best we can. That way we don't heal, and then we could potentially die next turn. We just need one of these weaker GT bosses characters to get caught. And it is going to be, like, Omega, once he revives, it's going to be a pretty sizable increase in his potential. But yeah, I mean, damage-wise, he's pretty bad. It's... to get a good, like, read on how well this character is, I'm going to need to see his tank jobs when we're, like, you know, so, like, we could... Okay, Omega gets the full 200% leader skill on, like, 23rd World Tournament Goku's team. So, like, we could run him, and we got, like, the GT 8th Anniversary LR and stuff like that. Let's put LR Omega in slot 1. So, like, we could do stuff like that. I would want to see how well Omega performs on that team, right, without the GT bosses characters. Because I think what's just going to hurt this guy quite a bit, let's avoid tech orbs with this guy. So I guess we'll just get the AGL orb on the left. That's probably what we'll do. And then with this Tech Nova, we just get that physical orb on the left right there. Yeah, we just want to... Hopefully we could die here. I mean, again, throughout this entire run, Omega is just not taking damage. He's building up so slow, man. I mean, we're not even at 10 million yet. I really cannot emphasize enough, like, how bad his damage is. I mean, his defense should be incredibly powerful. I would feel much more comfortable with this character, I think, if a lot of this defense was just not tied to GT Boss's characters that are mostly ass, right? Like, if they're going to keep spamming GT Boss's characters at us, sure, right? But, alright, because I believe Omega has 3 200% leader skills. We have his own 23rd World Tournament Goku, and then the Tech Carnival Goku. Okay, no super attack at all, sure. I guess let's just keep it going. At some point, we'll get caught and we'll die. Oh, we could do his active right here. I mean, I guess we might as well. So let's put yeah, Omega in the middle. So this active right here, this is the minus energy power ball. We could do this once 3 turns have elapsed from the start of battle and the enemy is in attack down or defensive down, or from turn 6. This temporarily greatly raises attack, deals ultimate damage, and lowers enemy attack and defense by 30%. And it does have an attack break as well. Sure, let's go ahead and pop this real quick. Alright, now, one of the biggest things, I guess let's put Omega in slot 1 and we'll get yeah, we'll just leave it just like this, yeah. And we'll just continue to try and steer shy of same type orbs so we can revive up. We're kind of just, yeah, his damage, it's just a slow sort of crawl, right, to build up that damage. I like what he can do defensively. I think that the huge HP pool he has is going to be good as well. But I mean, I'm looking at this guy thinking that I wish they did give him a little bit more. I think if we were going to do all this, he should also potentially have power. This is like the freest double digits ever right here. That's not even close to doing damage to him. It would really have helped if he was supporting. I think you could keep Omega exactly as is, but then if they maybe also just tagged on like a 3-key 50% support buff to extreme class allies, that could have been pretty good. It does look to me like Omega needs a bit more, because I mean, we're here, like, this is the GT Boss's setup. I mean, it's not like, oh, we put EZA Grade 8 Baby on the team now, and then all of a sudden it's completely different. Like, that's not how it's going to work at all, right? Like, yeah, like, we, you know, like this is, like, Omega is by far the, okay, this, so put Tech Sin in slot 1. Let's just play the animation again. We can see if it's got a cool KO screen right here. Sure. Oh, he does. He has a nice little KO screen right there by Omega. Okay, cool. Sure. All right, so again, we still have to die here. Now, finally, we're at this phase. We're definitely going to get taken down. Let's get LR Omega in slot 1 to continue, like, building up his damage. I mean, dude, Omega, I mean, how many super attacks does he have to do? 7? 7 super attacks in order to... So... He gets 20% attack per attack performed up to a max of 150. So, no, he actually has to do 8 attacks to fully build up the LR Omega. That's an awful lot, man. 8 attacks to fully build up. I mean, what were they cooking with that? That's so many. I mean, keep in mind that they did add in a new potential most difficult fight in the game. So, perhaps this new fight is really going to be that difficult, and like, we can actually see like long turns or something. I don't know. I mean, I've got no clue. So the Sin Shenron fight has been the toughest fight in the game since it dropped during the anniversary. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna revive. All right, we can turn it up and wait. They lived. Wait a minute. Whoa. No, they're supposed to be bad. There we go. No!
俺はウーシンロンの得意技だったんだ。今楽にしてやるぞ。もうこの星の運命など考えなくていいようにな。
Alright, now one major issue for LR Omega is like this, right? So we had the friend LR Omega is the one that revived, but this one is not the one that revived right here. So that's kind of an issue. They want you to kind of run a full GT Bosses lineup, but like Omega himself can't really just carry it all by himself. He's not able to. I mean, I guess we could put Omega in the middle slot right here. We'll just give Texan as many orbs as possible, and he should be okay, because Texan is definitely better than Ice and Nova, so he'll be able to hang in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not pleased, I think, with what we're seeing out of this guy. Like, he's good, but the defense, to me, like, the ability to be this strong defensively is, like, one of the most important things. Definitely, huge W there. But, like, they tied, like, a lot of his real craziness to GT Bosses category allies. And it's like, while we can get Omega on other teams, he's on these other teams without GT Bosses allies. Like, look how deep in the fight we are to get a 13 million attack stat. It's just a lot, man. Now, all right, on this rotation, so now this Omega, this is the one who's built up nicely right here. So we could definitely go ahead and throw him in slot 1. Actually, damn. Yeah, we're going to have to. And then I guess, what's our defense right here? 335. Put Baby in slot 2. Baby might be a little bit better with Big Bad Bosses. Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, we'll just give Omega a lot of these orbs, and let's go ahead. Let's see what he does. So this Omega right here is super effective against all types, and he has a guaranteed additional super. I mean, at least defensively, that's going to be massive, right? Because he's going to get the 50% defense on his 18 key, and then he's going to follow it up with another 30% on his 12 key. Yeah, so again, Omega's good, but he's probably not what we're really looking for. Strong, but not quite strong enough. Defensively, super, super powerful, but, I mean, damn, dude. How good this guy is, I mean, we're going to do a long world tour with him for sure. We'll see how Omega is going to fare, like, when we're on these other teams. But I need to see how he's going to look when we're not, you know, drenched in GT Bosses love. And here's where we get one-shotted. Oh, the boss sent super slot 1? Well, time to die. Okay, we lived with like a sliver of HP left. And unfortunately, remember, we can only revive once. So it's like the friend Omega revived, and then the secondary Omega is kind of just like left a little bit cold right there. All right, well, we lived with 50k HP. So there we go. There is LR Omega. He's strong, but it does seem a little dire, man. It does, so... Let me know what you guys think of LR Omega Shenron. Hopefully this boy will continue to get a lot of GT buffs moving forward soon. We can only pray. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.